Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today, it is all about how to grow and care for the Xerographica air plant. The Xerographica air plant is an iconic air plant member of the bromeliad family. It's native to Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. You can find it growing naturally on the tops of tall trees where the sun shines bright. They are most easily identifiable by their silvery-colored leaves. The leaves curve downwards with a striking appearance. It is the main attraction of these plants. The colors of flowers range from purple to red, lasting a long time. It's a very popular ornamental plant worldwide and is an excellent addition to any home garden. The Xerographica air plants are epiphytes, meaning they grow on trees without taking nutrients or water from them. Instead, they take their nutrients from the air and water around them. They have ingenious mechanisms that absorb moisture and minerals from rainwater or dewdrops off other plants to survive. Xerographica air plant needs bright, indirect light, but can tolerate direct sunlight in small doses. Since these plants are epiphytes, they don't need a soil medium to grow. Instead, most people end up attaching these to a support. The support can be anything, an aesthetically pleasing piece of wood, bark, or even another plant. When one of these plants grows to a large enough size, most supports won't hold them up any longer. Instead, a bowl or a hanging basket becomes the ideal spot for these silver-leaved perennials. The watering requirements of these plants are a little bit different compared to other plants. Since there is no root system to water, watering is done by submerging the entire plant head first into the water. The recommended frequency is about once every 2 weeks. You can also water the plant by pouring water over the leaves, but submersion usually works better. Remember to dry out the leaves as it is important. They don't stay wet as they are prone to crown rot. Xerographica air plant requires a warm temperature to grow well. Milder climates of the temperature range between 6 to 5 and 8 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit are considered ideal, although it can survive the occasional cold snap. Don't let the temperature fall below freezing. These plants need to be kept in moderate to high humidity between 50 to 70%. Misting these plants every week or so is paramount. When watering, dry out the leaves by shaking the plant after every misting session to prevent crown rot. If the room is heating that lowers humidity, you might have to do this more often. It is not absolutely necessary to fertilize your air plants. Feeding your plant is for the most part unnecessary. The only time they may need fertilizer is when you are trying to encourage growth, pop formation, and flowering. To do this, you can use a very weak solution of orchid or bromeliad fertilizer in the water. Feed your plant 1 to 2 times a month. Xerographica air plant can be propagated using either offsets or seeds. Unfortunately, the seed propagation method is much slower and can take years. Please note that it may take about 8 years for the seedling to become a full-grown plant. Therefore, it is not the recommended method. First things first, check if the offset has reached 1/3 the size of the parent. Any smaller and chances are it won't survive separation. Twist and pull it at the base, and it should come right off. Once you have your offset, simply care for it as you care for an adult plant. Water, light, humidity, and temperature requirements stay the same. Note that this plant is a slow grower and will take a long time to reach its maturity level. Xerographica air plant is normally attached to a piece of wood, bark, or another plant and does not need soil to grow, as such do not require potting and transplanting. The plant should keep growing normally until it reaches full size. Take note that these plants are exceptionally slow growers and will take years to mature. Xerographica air plant is non-toxic. They are harmless to humans and pets, so keep them around the house without worry. There are a few pests that can be a problem for these plants. These include mealybugs, scale insects, and aphids. These are easy to identify and can be treated with a simple insecticide. If ineffective, you can also try horticultural oil.